Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are currently working on getting our crossbow online as a bit of a replacement-ish for the Centaur. It's not going to fill exactly the same role. It's going to be more of running at them and just unleashing ridiculous amounts of MRMs. Of course, the number of MRMs could be improved, and we'll look to do that later on. But for now, we'll tick forward about 8 days. That'll be fine. Crossbow is going to require just a couple more days here than everything else, but yeah, that'll be absolutely okay. Let's hop into our barracks and take a quick look at what we've got going on for everyone's experience here. What do we have available? Anything? Yes, a point of tactics for Clist. That is fantastic.
You've got my attention.
Anything else?
Hey there.
No. Romeo we're not picking yet, although we have a Nidhogg available, don't we? We do. I think that we never actually got it available, but we have one ready to go. So we should definitely hop into our storage here. A Nidhogg is a 45-tonner, and that would be down here. We need to choose which one of these Nidhoggs we want to ready. Actually, it would appear that it has to be this Nidhogg. So that's fine. That'll be a snub-nosed PPC, 2x heavy rocket launcher 10, so those are one shot. 2x AoE rocket 10s, also one shot. We've got a weapons bay, 2 AMS flares, and some bombs. Okay, yeah, I think we ready this. Absolutely. So we would grab these parts that we need to convert over, and we'll get that going. It's a tank, boss. They all look the same to me. It's not a tank, Yang. It's a heavy bomber. There's a difference. So with our Nidhogg now complete, we can make some choices on what we want. Well, we could have GV pilot that, couldn't we? So in our vehicle bay, we have our Nidhogg here. Vehicles can't be refitted, and so this just is what it is, right? We've got our heavy ferrofibrous armor here. Yeah, that's all fine. If it gets destroyed, it gets destroyed, but it's very powerful. No doubt about that. So who do we want to pilot it? Well, let's hop into our command center and just grab a random contract here just to see what our default setup looks like right now. So I'm going to accept this. We're not going to actually do this, but for now, we'll do that. And I want to get the crossbow in this slot here. And then these are all potentially vehicle or battle armor slots. These are battle armor only slots. So we can have up to 4 vehicles and then up to 4 battle armor, which is all fine, right? We would want to have Magus in the crossbow, and he is going to need to get affinities for that, if he can. Can he get affinities for that? Might be able to see it from here. Yes, he can. He's only ever driven the Centaur, so this will be a bit different for him, for sure. And at this point, we have the option between Coach, GV, and Romeo. I am leaning towards Romeo in this position for the Nidhogg. Reason being, he can only drive vehicles. GV and Coach can both drive mechs. So I think we do this for right now. Now, I do want to get Romeo some training, and that will, of course, mean that we hop into the barracks. What do we want him to do? Well, I think clustering is very, very good here, so Bandit would be excellent. Beyond that, I'm leaning towards piloting here. So max evasive and minus 10% visibility, just making it harder to hit. I think that would be reasonably okay. Then from there, we can just do something like this and work him down the line. Cool.
Mech Warrior training.
So we'll get Romeo spec'd up there, and let's see what we want to deploy to. We don't want to go to that actual contract we had chosen previously, probably. Let's see, we're at 8.6 million C-bills right now. So, I mean, this is actually not terrible. It's an urban escort mission. This is an urban battle mission. Word of Blake. Okay. There's probably going to be additional enemies, is my guess. What is this one? A Highland battle, and we don't know who the enemies are. But it's actually the Steiners. I don't want to drop the Steiner opinion down, so we probably want to do something kind of like this battle here. This is Word of Blake, and we have quite a bit of opinion with them right now. So this would be reasonably fine. Now, the Steiners are happy with us at this moment. They're boosting up our job payouts. So that's not terrible. We can sit around here And this will get us close to that 10 million mark, although we'll have expenses. And we could get a decent amount of Word of Blake salvage, which is, you know, good, solid salvage. The Nidhogg is now going to be kind of taking up the role of the Centaur. And the crossbow is going to be joining our cavalry mechs. Now, we have a lot of cavalry mechs and only 3 fire support mechs at this moment. That is noted. We'll see how that feels. Let's accept this contract, I think. I want a somewhat difficult contract here. This is in an urban environment and against Word of Blake, and we'll see how this ends up going. So, of course, we want the crossbow here with Magus, and we want the Nidhogg with Romeo. So something like this. We've now got 9 units dropping 600 tons. We can have 3 additional vehicles, and we're interested in getting those. But for now, this will do. Yes, we have some mechs that are underweight. Darius did not say that he thinks this would be difficult. Our lance rating has gone up a lot with this Nidhogg, actually. So that is definitely noted. I will see you guys after the loading screen. So here we are all loaded up. I did hear a helicopter on the way in, but that might have actually been the Nidhogg. I'm not sure. We'll find out. So let's load this on in. I mean, it's already loaded in, but let's see what we've got here. The enemy dropship landed in this area. Okay. Visibility is poor in the fog and darkness. Yeah, that's fine. So they're up over here. I would love to be able to land somewhere useful, but alas, instead we'll have to land out over here. Now there's these power transformers, which could be, you know, potentially problematic, but we're just going to land about like this and head up this road, I think. Once we have a little bit more information with what's going on, we can see what we've got. Cool. Okay, so having a Nidhogg is of course going to be exceptionally good for us. Why is this frozen like that? It'll get there eventually, I suppose, but yeah, there we go. Okay, so what do we see up over this way? We're expecting at least 6 enemy units, bare minimum. We don't have them on sensors right now. We need to update our sensors. And it looks like we're actually out of combat. We might enter combat here and they might get to move twice, which would be problematic, but not the end of the world. Yeah, just bumped over to round 2. Okay, there's an update. So we do see a helicopter here. We've entered combat now. That's a Ripper. We've got a Griffin, a Prowler. That's a Gabriel. Intriguing. It's very low armor. That's a Hunchback and a second Hunchback. So this is not all that challenging at this moment. I am expecting absolutely a second Lance. So, in that case, how much conservation do we want to do of the... Wow, the Nidhogg moves super late. How much conservation of its ammo do we want to do? Well, we can figure that out a little later on. For now, of course, we need to have Magus go with the crossbow. And at this moment, I should note that we have spawn protection. So we're just going to head up as much as we can. That moves pretty quick, and 7 evasive? I like it. Magus there getting some absolutely great work out of that. That's phenomenal. Cool. Hang on. Did I just see what I thought I saw? I thought we had like 8 turns of ammo in this. I think we have 3. We need more MRM ammo, and we knew that that was the case. I'm pretty sure this said we had... Oh, no, we have 2 different types of ammo. I think we have maybe 6 turns of ammo. We need more MRM ammo, for sure. What can I do for you? So the Bandersnatch is not super interested in closing in here. We can position somewhere like back here. And we can just brace there for now. Okay. That's that Hunchback closing in. So these are a 4MJ and a 4MA. So both of these are potentially threatening, but I'm not sure what that ballistic weapon is. I'm going to move the Rifleman up over here. Of course, we can't fire with it yet, but we have no cover, so we might as well just brace for now and move our mechs to a position where they can clear this firing corridor next round, is the idea. So our Grasshopper is going to sprint forward as much as it can. It's probably going to peel off and attack out over this way. That Prowler MTV. Okay. Noted. How much armor was that? 605? Sure. Okay. So next up would be our crossbow. I want the crossbow to be sitting somewhere around here or so. That'll do. The Marauder, I would like to bring forward and have it be, yeah, this is a good position, actually. Up over here.
Good to go.
I like that positioning. And then, of course, we've got our Epimetheus and our Nidhogg back over here. So the Epimetheus is going to head forward as much as it can here.
No shooting.
It was pretty far back as it was, but that's fine. And then next is our Nidhogg. So the Nidhogg is actually not all that fast. For the moment, I'm going to position it up over here with 8 evasive, and we'll just kind of get eyes on what's going on out over this way. So we can see that the Daisy Cutter Bomb is indeed only 1 ammo. Sure, but it does 125 damage. We've got these rocket launchers as well. These are 1-shot. The AoE Rocket 10 is 1-shot. The AMS Flare will eventually run out of ammo. And out of curiosity... Interesting. We have some AGM 10s in the weapons bay as well, it looks like. So we have like 4 rounds of ammo there. Okay, so we're pretty ammo constrained on the Nidhogg, but it can do a lot of damage, and it can fly around and be a menace. And that's the idea. It's filling the same role as we did with our Centaur previously. Okay, so spawn protection has been removed, and we can see that they have a phase 25 mover here. That might be this Ripper. That would be my expectation. And that's got those quad missiles. Okay. A breaching shot on our Bandersnatch with just a medium laser. Okay. What even fired that? Hang on. What did fire that? There's something up here we don't know about. So this Ripper is moving around back, and that's not shocking. It's firing rear arc on our crossbow there. It got a foot destruction.
I'm getting my ass kicked.
Yeah, it fired its quad missiles there, and it doesn't have much else that it can do. Those are all pretty much one-shot. But it did do a fair amount of rear arc damage to our crossbow there. But the crossbow is holding, so that seems fine. Now that Hunchback closes in, and this is a target-rich environment for it. It fires on the Epimetheus. Okay, sure. That seems reasonably fine. They move quite a lot earlier than we do, which isn't surprising given like the weight differentials that we're working with, right? But we're going to really start cleaning them up here. The question is, what do we want to do with our Nidhogg? Okay, they're firing on our Marauder there. Not getting too much done, all things considered. And also, this Prowler didn't move. That's a very solid target for us. The Griffin will move now, as will this Hunchback. We know that this Hunchback has an AC 20. Well, that was interesting.
Took a hard hit there.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. The enemy Hunchback took a hard hit there, to be honest. So this Griffin backed off quite a bit, and that's absolutely great. So this Hunchback does have an AC 20. Both of these Hunchbacks need to go away. They can potentially do a lot of damage here. So this Hunchy moves in. Let's see what he does. Fires on our Grasshopper. Okay. Our armor's holding for now, but we don't want to take much more from those AC 20s. Okay. Now it's our turn, and they've closed in on us. So we're going to walk in behind this Hunchback. We're going to kick him, and we're going to hit him with these MRMs right in that rear arc. Now, to be clear, 180 and 240. So this is 360, so that should be like 9 turns of ammo. Okay, beautiful. So we're going to attack this, and this Hunchback may cease to be after this attack. But this is the role of the crossbow. Just get in there, hit that melee attack, and then unleash on him. Kaboom. That's exactly what we want the crossbow to do. So that's perfect. Next up is this crossbow. Now, this guy's in a little bit of an awkward situation. I do want to pull it back a little bit here and engage this Ripper. Even though it used all of its quad missiles, I still want to attack the Ripper here. 11 evasive is very hard to hit. So we've got only about 20% hit odds here. We'll see what we get done. We don't need to hit this thing with a lot, to be honest. Okay. Next up is our Bandersnatch. And our Bandersnatch, I also want to fire on this Ripper with. These hit odds are 0.9%. Maybe we should go after the Gabriel instead. Did we fail our sensor roll? I don't know if we... These are really low hit odds. This is going to update, right? I'm going to move it over here. 5%. Oh, we did fail our sensor roll. Okay, so in that case, The Ripper has such little armor. I think we pot shot it. Odds are low, but if we hit it, we could shoot it down.
Take this!
Okay, we hit it with one missile there. That's not shocking.
You could fry an egg in here!
Oh yeah, you're definitely overheating. No doubt about that one. So this Hunchback, how many slots in the rear arc do we have here? 2 is the answer. Let's put our Black Knight here, and we're going to hit this Hunchback rear arc. We may or may not kill it here, but that's good structure exposure. AC 20 destruction there. And we actually removed both arms as well. That was a huge amount of damage to that Hunchback. It has no weapons left.
Yes, boss.
Okay, next up is our Rifleman. We could absolutely advance our Rifleman to here and fire on the Hunchy. And that's what I'm going to do.
Firing.
Sadly, we missed one of those ERPPCs at 87% chance, and so we did not destroy that Hunchback, but it has 1 armor left in that CT. Okay, the Epimetheus is just going to walk in here and eliminate this Hunchback from the front arc. I'm not even going to turn up our number of machine gun shots. This is fine. So that's a leg destruction. The Hunchback is completely dead here.
I think I hit something
Guaranteed.
good.
He actually ejected, but he is certainly dead.
Ah, damn.
Fantastic.
Let's do this.
So next up, we can turn our attention with our Marauder over to this Gabriel, which does not actually have any evasive.
I'm receiving you.
Our Grasshopper can make its way up over this direction and fire on the Prowler. That is the idea
order
here.
received.
And we're going to do, theoretically, a lot of damage to this Prowler. We might not kill it, but we'll do a lot. Yeah, certainly a lot of damage there. A structure exposure on it.
Awaiting
And our
orders.
Marauder's goal is to move in on this Gabriel here and kick it. Absolutely. Now, our UAC-5 is in minimum range, but we'll see what we get done here. Hang on. This is on the left side. So actually, we want to be out over here or in the rear arc. Yeah, this would work. This would absolutely work. We may stray shot our UAC. If we do,
Moving to position.
whatever.
Ugh.
Did we succeed that melee? We did.
Enemy
Okay.
down.
We did not stray shot our UACs there. Everything hit,
everything
and
is gone.
that vehicle is super dead. So now there are 3 enemies remaining that we know of.
Waiting
Our
for
Nidhogg is going to come out over this direction, and I'm going to eliminate the Griffin. So we're going to position here.
orders. Let's move.
These hit odds are not fantastic, and I'm wondering why. It's mostly just target moved. Okay. So do we fire any of these bombs? Like, what do we choose to fire here? The Daisy Cutter bomb has extremely low hit chance. So I think we're just going to fire the Snub-Nosed PPZ, the Weapons Bay, and both of our heavy RL-10 rockets for right now, and we'll see what we get done here. This could very easily destroy this Griffin.
Target lock on enemy's rear.
It didn't, though. Okay, so structure exposure there. We
Target
missed
taken
the
a
Snub-Nosed
critical
PPC, which is very sad.
I am out of short-range
Yeah,
missiles.
that's expected.
Well
You're very
done.
ammo constrained.
Here we go.
We know this. We didn't fire a number of weapons there. We chose not to. So the Ripper is going to back off and not actually do anything. The Epimetheus is going to position right here, and we're going to finish off this Prowler MTV, but I'm concerned about heat, so we're not going to fire our lasers.
Roger that.
Beautiful. 1 dead vehicle.
Let's go.
In fact, that was 1 very dead
That
vehicle.
one's gone.
And next up is going to be the Griffin. This is not the only remaining vehicle, or not the only remaining enemy, I should say, but it is the only remaining enemy this round. So where's it going to go? Where indeed? It's going to position there? Okay. That doesn't really help it.
Receiving you.
So the Marauder is going to head up over here. We do get eyes on the Griffin. We'll fire on it, but we might end up taking down this building. That's also okay. Reasonable damage to the Griffin there.
Forward. No
That actually went reasonably well. I kind of would have preferred to take down this close building, but whatever. The Rifleman is not in a good spot to fire, so we're just going to bring it up over here and sink some heat. Put it into the ECM jamming as well.
I hear ya.
The Bandersnatch is running very hot right now. We're just going to position it
way.
here, and did we fail our sensor roll again? No visuals this time. Okay, that's due to the fog, presumably. I'm not going to fire the lasers, and we're just going to see what we get done here. We could shoot this down. It's unlikely, though.
Targeting enemy 6.
Yeah, we only hit one missile there, so that's not shocking. That Ripper is moving pretty quick, and it's hard to hit.
I've got you.
So the crossbow is wanting to make its way up over here with its 7 evasive. And we've got that sweet, sweet ECM jamming.
Good to go.
Our crossbow can absolutely position down here.
Affirmative.
And we'll continue to fire on that Ripper. Much better hit odds here.
Locking in. All weapons.
I think we shot it down. Yes, we did. Beautiful. So all that's left now is the Griffin, and I currently don't actually believe that there are any additional enemies. So we're going to move the Black Knight up over here, but it's not going to get LOS, so that's fine.
Waiting for orders.
The Grasshopper does get LOS, so we can position that right here and just
Affirmative.
fire on the Griffin with whatever we've got. It's a pot shot more than anything.
Everything I've got.
We did get a couple of hits there. So that Griffin can't be happy with this situation, right? We're going to pull in to rear arc with our Nidhogg.
Moving to position.
And I'm going to fire with everything here. I believe this to be the final enemy, so I'm not going to be concerned if we are out of ammo with the Nidhogg.
Target lock on enemy 6.
We missed with our bomb. Nice. That is one dead Griffin. That's what we want to see. Fantastic. So the Nidhogg is pretty decent at getting in and surgically eliminating an enemy. It's not going to be able to eliminate as many as the Centaur did, but it does free us up a mech slot, which I feel like is probably a worthwhile trade. That felt pretty good, all things considered. I don't feel like we need additional fire support over what we've got. Bigger fire support isn't a bad thing necessarily. But that feels pretty good, I think, that composition. We've got a lot of tools to deal with a lot of things. So I think it's pretty decent, all things considered. Are we interested in any real salvage here? I mean, not really. We took a little bit of damage in that first round, no doubt about it. Gabriel RHVs are only 5 tons, and there's so little armor that I'm really not very interested in them. Wing-mounted quad missiles are not useful for us. I guess we could take SLDF sensors, a slick suite. We'd love MRM ammo, but none of that is available here. We could take an engine core. We've got that already. We could take an ER medium laser, which is not a terrible thing. We don't have any of this variant, so I guess we can do that and see what we get. A couple of parts here. LRM 10. We do have a couple of those, but they're neat to have around, for sure. Can get rid of some of these jump jets, this generic structure. I guess we'll keep some SRM ammo unless we have a bunch. We have 3? Sure, we'll keep it. Okay, so that went pretty well, all things considered. It is absolutely true that the Nidhogg is more constrained than the Centaur. That said, if the enemies are tightly clustered together, it has a lot more AoE potential. So it kind of works as a, hybrid backstabber and artillery unit in that regard. But we have to be careful using it like that because it does have a significantly limited ammo supply. But yeah, overall, that felt pretty good. I didn't miss the Centaur there. Okay, maybe I missed the Centaur a little bit. But a lot of that was because they closed in on our Juggernauts, which was wild. I don't know why they did that. I guess they had AC-20s, so they were just like, well, we got to try to use them. It didn't go well for them. It is about time to put a cut in here, and we did just get an upgrade completed. So I guess let's get an upgrade real quick here. What do we want? Drop tonnage? I mean, we're at 600 tons right now. We did just increase it by like 45 tons. Actually, by like quite a bit. So maybe upping our max drop tonnage isn't a bad idea. Let's let that get going, and it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to try this composition again and see if that was a fluke or not. You can leave your opposition. Don't leave your opposition to the engagement gods, please. Please leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Kentogan, Ali Lee, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.